Oh, I don't have my fire buff on. Whoa! Hi! Homeboy hurts! And I guess the other thing is, like,
I can't carry anymore.
I can't carry anymore. Let's see. Manifestus. Interesting, but spellcaster related. Thought I saw, like, a blue hat go by. No, but there's oh! Looks like it's more cold related. Still haven't hit the next level, have I? That's unfortunate. Hopefully you have a skeleton key. I don't. I saw the door. I have no idea where the rune shrine is.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Heal. It's not that much. It's not really worth it. Is that better? Nope. Why the hell are these two guns so freaking strong? They're probably not. I'm probably actually shooting myself in the foot. Let's see. Can you craft one? I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't know how to craft a damn thing. Is it... I'm assuming it's the arcane blacksmith.
Hey, got any more scrap metal?
I'm not honestly sure if I have the, I don't know if I have the blueprint. Okay, you can do text search as well. Oh, good to know. No, that's... One thing I want to look at is actually, I might want to enchant some... Or make some of these better components and actually apply them to my weapons. Because currently I've just got Devil Touched ammo, which is good. But I bet if I went with Hellsbane ammo, that could be better. Oh, that's melee weapons only. Any of these proc related? Because that's what I want. You can also toggle some of these things, but okay, whatever. I don't have the skeleton key, and it's fine. Like,
no questions asked. I'll keep an eye on
it doesn't... It's a small... Whatever's beyond there, we can come back later. Once we have the key. Whether or not it even helps us at that point. Let's see. So where the heck... There I am. Covian Undercity. Let's see. So what was I going to say? So one of the other problems that I guess sticks for me to some small degree that is like a bit of an issue. Oh, I see. That's why you're showing me there's a rune shrine here, because I actually hadn't interacted with it yet. See, if we go back to the local map, perfect. So does that mean I have some devotion points? I got one. I just finished off the torch. Oh, can I do the old man? Admittedly, I think fissure's not actually that useful. What about this? Not really that useful. What about gun? Is there anything for gun damage? Damn it. Because I saw this one gave bonuses for Scepter, Dagger, or Caster offhand, and I was like, well, maybe? The answer is no. Oh, I can get the key by finishing old scars. Well, that's actually really helpful. Oh, boy. Aether Elemental. What the hell is this thing? Oh, Leviathan. Got it. Extra retaliation damage. Wow. If you want to go retaliation damage, there is stuff. So I'm thinking going for this guy. Extra burn damage isn't the most helpful, but the extra fire damage seems really good. I mean, that alone, 40% fire damage, that's pretty good. Oh, was it ranged? Because I know Hawk has that. We already have Hydra. Ah. Oh, damn it, it's two-handed weapons. So yeah, I guess the answer was we already got what we are looking for. Alright, whatever. I'll be fine with I'll be fine with the old man. We'll just keep pumping fire damage, whether or not it's sane. What do we got back here? It's an exit to the rune entrance. Okay, so if I remember, the key is over here. Searching pistol or one-handed turn up anything. You know, I should probably do that next time. I'm really starting to lose my voice here, though. And it's getting late, so we should stop sooner than later. Oh, that just gets me an attribute viewpoint. Oh, that's handy. Let's see. Go through the personal rift to... Not Old Arkovia. Probably Broken Hills? At the Steps of Torment. I legitimately do not remember where these characters are. It's further in the Broken Hills. Okay, so I'm actually going the right way. Oh, it's these guys, Calderos. Let's go finish this off. Go make the skeleton key, then go figure it out. Because yeah, I'm trying to be very completionist with this game, as it really is my favorite Diablo-like that I've ever played. And it's one of those where it's like, I really kind of want to see everything and do everything. Let's see. Anyway, just to finish my kind of, like, sad and whatever talk about, like, job prospects and, like, job security. Not that it's, like, a huge concern for me, but one of the... I don't know how many of you guys know of the Great Filter, I guess it's called. It's effectively talking about how, like, either there's this... The reason why we don't have any major interstellar civilizations that we know about is because there's something that's wiped them out after they've reached a certain point, whatever it is. Or we're the first ones there and we haven't hit the filter yet, or who knows what. And if we can't overcome it, we're doomed. Okay, oligarchs are done. What's next? Already slain the Grand Priest. Cool. So we now have Skeleton Key Blueprint. I don't actually remember where it is, though. It's down in here somewhere. Was it? Here, let's go find the door first, and we'll go from there. Yeah, Fermi's Paradox. That's what it is. And so Fermi's Paradox is terrifying. Luckily, I don't necessarily need to worry about it too much. Grim Dawn has been ripe for deep discussion today. It's because I don't need to talk about the game. I can play this game on autopilot and honestly kind of forget what I did, which is probably not the greatest. I've been having fun all the same. But it's one of those where it's like, this is not a particularly deep game plot-wise. The fighting is mostly just click on enemies and kind of rinse repeat. And so it makes it very easy for me to just talk about whatever the heck I want for a while. But anyway, Fermi's Paradox and how that relates to job prospects. So I think the biggest issue with being self-employed, especially with like weird and experimental career options, is that there's very little certainty and not a whole lot of people that have been there before. Most of the people in my industry have only been in it for okay, there we go. Most of the people in my industry have only been in this industry for 10 years now. You know, and I've been in it for nearly 7. And so it's kind of one of those where it's like, there aren't a whole lot of people before me that I can look up to and be like, okay, this is a clear path to success. Most of the people that have succeeded at YouTube at the time usually are on the downturn or pivoted to something else. Oh, they're open. So I can't riftgate in here at all. Let's see, Wikipedia page for Fermi's Paradox. The listing of each section is like a poem about the desperation humanity faces in trying to find others like us. And like, I've known about Fermi's Paradox for at least a couple of years now, but like, straight up hearing about it in regards to this, like, considering like my job prospects from like the perspective of like trying to find other people like me and like a peer group, because say for example you want to be an accountant, boy howdy, that is a defined career track. You can figure out exactly how people become accountants and like what a good career path is. But like for me, I honestly don't know what would happen. Say for example if YouTube crumbled tomorrow, I'd probably send emails out to like a bunch of my PR contacts and be like, so YouTube's dead, you need any like PR people? And like keep doing that until I find something. Or I don't know, shit, I honestly don't know. And it feels like I'm kind of like a weird microcosm of Fermi's Paradox in terms of like what I do for a living. Woo. because almost everybody that came before me is dead. And there's not enough solid information on why for me to say feel extremely comfortable about anything. Let's see, even if YouTube dies, there's a market for games journalism, no? Possibly, but like I actually have no idea. So written games journalism, for example, is actually particularly it's not a great career path from what I know. Like everything I know about like say writing for some major syndicated games journalist group is that it pays very poorly, or it doesn't pay at all. One of Shell's cousins used to date a guy that did game reviews, and all of his gigs were unpaid. And I'm not entirely. I mean, that's not okay. But finding that out was just like, oh, that's bad. What do I want to invest in? I got 3 points. We can head for Word of Renewal. Or head for Aura of Censure for the just raw damage. Or we could start investing in the rest of these. Let's probably invest in our proc effects first. That seems like the safer and sane option. Because if I can get all of these up to 20%, that's going to be the biggest damage boost I can get. But no, I'm sure I could figure something out, but there's a lack of certainty for a while, and I think I'm still going to have to deal with that no matter what. I mean, part of it is just being financially secure. Not moving to LA is probably one of the best things that I can probably do for my YouTube career, just in terms of like, hey, LA is extremely expensive, and living down there is kind of rough. But yeah, I'm just going to be squirreling away crazy amounts of money, so whatever happens, like, my goals are twofold. One, squirrel away funds, so like if anything ever does happen, I can just be like, okay, I have like a nest egg to keep me going for the next like 5 years while I pivot. But also like, I guess you guys are also my backup option, as weird as that sounds. The idea of game journalism will probably last. And I'm sure that, like, I could find some other way of making it work. I mean, luckily, between Twitch and YouTube, like, both aren't going to go down simultaneously, so if one crumbles, the other won't. Okay. There we go. But that, like, hopefully, no matter what would happen to my channel, at least some people would be able to follow me to whatever my next venture is. Ideally, I'd like to start pivoting a little bit before anything happens. Like, writing some books and whatnot would be really cool. One thing I want to do sooner than later is I really want to do some, like, choose-your-own-adventure stuff. I was starting to experiment with that with a webcomic. The problem is, it was too time-consuming, and, like, there was no way I was going to be able to actually complete it. I was effectively storyboarding out a giant story, but there was no way I was going to be able to finish those pages with my skill and speed and whatnot. But I'd love to do, like, kind of a small choose-your-own-adventure thing on oof. There's a lot of these big dudes that just come popping out of the ground. It scares the shit out of me every single time. I don't react, because I just don't react. I don't know. It's just not my thing to do so. My fear reaction is minor. I seize up, and I keep going. whatever it is. But, like, eventually I'd like to write books and whatnot as well. Probably keep doing YouTube and streaming. Like, I don't think I'd give this up if I was ever given a choice. Is like, would you rather be an author or a YouTube? And the answer is, like, as long as I'm not just chained to my desk, I'm super down with just continuing this. So I saw something interesting. I think the internet's a haunted place. You can stumble across forums of friends long ago saying to each other, "Good night, let's talk again tomorrow." And the last message sent was like 5 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I'm that. I straight up, I've done that to my community. I mean, I was talking about the Zelda forum. I more or less said, like, hey, yeah, I'm going to college, I'm going to try and keep in touch, blah, blah, blah. And by the time I finally was ready to, like, keep in touch with people, it was, like, a year and a half later, and they were all gone. Mostly at the hands of this other guy, but it was just like, oh, shit. Like, that internet friendship is gone. Okay.
That skill's not ready.
I'm just gonna kite here a little bit more.
That skill's not ready.
I'm probably fine in a set him up, knock him down conflict against this guy, but he's just big enough to be spooky. I don't have that much health. Okay, we're good. Oh, no we're not. Round 2.
That skill's not ready.
Luckily, he's more focused on summoning and, like, shooting weird spines at me than he is at actually hitting me. Got him. Alright, he's done. I'm like, I think there really, truly will be some kind of website at some point where you... I can only imagine people would, like, input their history on, like, a forum, what they remembered of their, like, old internet friendship in hopes that somebody would see their, like, effectively misconnections page on, like, lost friendships and whatnot. I think it would be cool to go back and see if I could connect with some of those people, but I don't know if I've got the time. I do feel like stuff like Twitter and like Discord are good ways of keeping up with people, at least currently. Because there was never a good, like, Facebook for internet communities. Mainly because Facebook is terrifying. Oh my god, does this place keep going down? Holy shit, it does. Alright, I'm just gonna start bailing on stuff. Is this... it's a two-handed range. Like, I need inventory space, apparently. Badly. Let's see. Here, I'm just gonna turn off... I'm just gonna turn off everything that I don't care about at this point. I have so much money, it's not even funny. Let's see, say that as if Twitter isn't also a hellscape. I honestly tend to avoid the hellscape parts of Twitter. I barely... Speaking of hellscapes, one of you in chat, I'm not going to name names because it honestly doesn't matter. Only you in chat is my... Or, you're the only person that actually exposes me to the hellscape that is the bad side of Twitter. Whoops. But like, otherwise, my Twitter is actually a very curated experience. Oh, you didn't even realize I'm talking about you. Well, never mind. I'm talking about you. But like, my experiences with Twitter, for the most part, are developers, other YouTubers, some of which can be a bit whiny, couple of fans. I actually will follow fans on Twitter occasionally, if you have something interesting to say, and it's not just your fur affinity retweets. But like, I don't really bother with any of the like political discourse stuff or like drama, because there's no point in it, at least not for me. I don't gain anything from weighing in on it or anything like that. Me, I'm doom and gloom spam. You're the only person that I know that like really gets into political stuff. Like, even Price is quieter about it. He'll weigh in, but that's about it. But no, I straight up stay away from like the particularly hellscapey stuff. I've done a very good job at like curating my Twitter feed and like who's on it. Mainly just because like, yeah, the internet doesn't have to be a bad place if you don't want it to be. Reality can suck, but like you don't have to stew in that normally. And so, if I followed an artist a while back. I love their work, but almost all of their posts were them in lingerie, and I'm like, what? I followed you for your artwork, dang it! And so I unfollowed them. I wasn't gonna get mad because their Twitter feed turned out to be something completely different. Whereas, oh, what was it? Whoa, hi. Ow! Okay, whatever's in there with the ranged hits freaking hurts. Okay, nope, that didn't work. I guess part of it is, yeah, I'm 5 levels underleveled. I'm pretty sure I'll grab this. Let's see, enemies are tougher. Yeah, it's about the same. Okay, so I want to get this up to... yeah, that's good enough. At least for now. Go back to Demolitionist. Oh. Oh, I see. Temper is probably just part of Flame Touched. Let's see, so that give me a little bit of extra damage. I'm thinking if I get up to Static Strike, that would be good. And then eventually Brimstone. So yeah, let's head for Static Strike next. And work on those. So good night, hope you get some good food soon, Wanda. Yeah. I just need to shut up and finish this dungeon. That's the real answer. I have absolute glass cannoning here. Let's see. But I feel like as long as I keep Twitter relatively well connected, it won't be so bad. I think the other thing is like really keeping to an identity and a username. So for example, 50 years from now, if any of you guys see Wanderbot posting on whatever site, chances are it will be me. Okay, maybe not 50 years from now. I'm going to be ancient by that point. I'm not sure how active I'm going to be on the internet. I'm probably going to be hiking as much as I can before I become feeble. But yeah, I think early days of the internet, people would switch usernames and switch around. I think that's still... whoa, hi. I think that sort of thing still happens, and will continue to happen where, like, when you're younger, you'll switch usernames and not keep up with people. But, like, I figure if I just keep the same username forever... That should make it considerably easier for people to find me at a later date. Oh my god. They're not that tough, but they do a lot of damage. So with the way modern medicine's going, 80 will be the new 50, because middle age used to be 30 to 35, now it's 40 to 50. I don't know if I'm going to last that long. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and be very healthy and very active. But yeah, we will see. I don't know. We will see. But like, Shell and I actually were talking about this the other day, when we were eating out, whether or not, like, choosing names, she follows an artist on... She follows an artist on Twitter or something. Twitter, Instagram, well, probably not Tumblr anymore. Tumblr's quite dead. Or dead-ish, dead adjacent. I actually have no idea what the state of Twitter, Tumblr is. Apart from just kind of sad. But, she followed an artist, and on the business card had, like, a name or something, and she was like, yeah, the artist actually, like, legally changed their name along the way, and, like, would you? And I think in my head, I don't think I'd ever go through the lengths to legally change my name. But I honestly think of myself as Wander more than I think of myself as Carl. And it's odd. Honestly, not a big deal, and yeah, don't think I'd ever change my name to, like, Wander or Wanderbot or anything like that. Let's see. We're actually running out of healing items. Hopefully we're at the end here, but I'm pretty sure this place just goes on for freaking ever for whatever reason. Is this like a DLC area, or is this just, like, weirdly suck? Because I honestly don't remember... I don't remember this in the slightest from the past playthroughs. This honestly feels like I'm playing a weird Diablo-style roguelike, which is actually kind of cool. Like, I legitimately would not mind playing a roguelike that had... It was just this infinite long Diablo-style dungeon, loot, crazy builds, and a bunch of other stuff. Been in game for a while, and there's more to go. Cripes. Oh, well, we did just pick up some more Vital Essence, so I might be able to make it. I'm just worried about getting out-leveled. Also, it's huge. God damn it. Don't stand there. There is death. Okay. So is there anything specific about this area? Or is it just kind of this lengthy dungeon with nothing really in it apart from, like, cool loot and a lot of things to fight? Oh. There's actually a merchant down here. Okay, he doesn't have any guns. Bit of a shame. Oh. Can't sell anything to him. But he did have that. I appreciate that. Mostly as you described, there's some cool quests you can do mid-exploration shrine. And the skeleton key dungeon. Okay. Well, isn't this the skeleton key dungeon, or... Was I supposed to have brought the skeleton key with me? Because the door opened and I didn't have one. Okay. So far, so good. These are usually pretty damn dangerous. Just keep backing off. Holy shit, there's so many of them. Okay, last one though. And we're good. Gimme. A lot of blueprints I'm noticing. Oh. I guess I already have that one. What about these? Bloodhound Greaves? Not actually that amazing. Let's see. Badge, gauntlets. I don't think really any of these are super useful for what I'm doing. Or the skulls above Wander's Head? Probably a debuff. That'd be my general assumption. I want Chimeric to design a loot and ability set for an ARPG and then hand it to someone to build a game around. Yeah. I am really looking forward to whatever he makes next, because he makes a good game. Nova Drift is a lot like Tower of Guns for me. Kind of one of those, like, 1 in a million style games that I don't know if anybody's ever going to make again, but I certainly hope somebody, like, kind of follows through and continues with it. Hopefully whatever he makes next does not, like, get killed on the vine. Because I really liked Mother Gunship. They just needed more time and more money. Because that game was... Both of those games were special. Mother Gunship's humor was actually really good. It just didn't have the good... like, the right core gameplay loop to keep it going. Okay. I don't want to have to bail on this place. Was Mother Gunship not successful? Not successful enough, I guess would be the right term. I have no idea if he's still in game development or what he's up to, but specifically they had to shutter further production on the game because they ran out of cash. I think that's maybe part of the reason why smaller budget tends to work better with a lot of development. I mean, obviously. But, like, he had a whole studio working with him and for him and stuff. And I thought that was really rad, and I was like, oh man, he's making it somewhere in the world. But what it ended up meaning was that his scope was bigger, which is good. But it also meant that, like, the budget was higher. So yeah, they ran out of dosh midway through. I'm a little focused. I'm doing okay. But he's very high level compared to me. And he can freeze me.
We can't do that yet.
Damn it. Knew it. Alright, whatever, it's bedtime. I don't think I'm going to get that AEXP back anytime soon, slash at all.
I'll give you a good
We'll come back
price
there at
for what
a
I've got
later date. So I've already learned that one.
left.
Alright, it's bedtime for me. That was hard.